let me ask you guys a very important question. If you guys were to start working today, how long can you last? Weeks? Months? Years? Most people think investing is actually for rich people, financial experts, or maybe those who are already well off. Actually, everyone can invest, and for today's video we are going to be talking about one of our most favorite topic: how do I invest as a beginner? For today's video, I'm actually going to be breaking down investing for complete beginners, simple, realistic, and no confusing finance language. So let's get into it. So what does investing mean? Okay, we're going to start with the basic. I'm so sorry you guys, but investing is actually putting your money into work, basically what we call it as passive income. All right, investing is also basically putting your money into an asset, expecting it to grow over time. Instead of letting your money just sit there, not growing inside your savings account, maybe in your Maybank, CIMB, okay, you put it into assets that have potential to increase in value. So what are the assets that we can invest to? We have gold, we have silver, we have cryptocurrency, we have ASB, KWSB, we have actually all sorts type of investment slash asset that are available in Malaysia, regulated, by the way. It's also regulated, so no worries guys, no scams here, okay? No, 100% profit in one day, no such thing. The key here is potential. All right, the key here is potential. Investing is never a guaranteed profit. Over the long term, smart investing has actually built wealth for millions of people. Per se, as an example, when I was like 20, I actually put 7,000 in gold, and currently the value for gold right now for my portfolio actually has increased over 40% in just 2 years time, by the way. So for me personally, investing is actually such a good way for you guys to grow your money without actually working for it. The first part of investing, definitely this is very common and very famous among everyone. Maybe if you are even a complete beginner, you guys might know about stocks. Stock meaning you actually own a piece of a company. Maybe you want to invest in Sephora, maybe you guys want to invest in a football team, maybe you guys want to invest in McDonald's. We never know what you guys want to invest in, but having a stock is basically meaning you own a piece of that company. For me personally, if you guys ask me what do I invest in, I'm not going to say their company name, okay? This is not a financial advice video, but I do invest in few startups in AI and tech as well. So overall, my portfolio is going very good. So that is what we meant by stock market. So for example, if you buy a share from Apple, you own a tiny piece of Apple, right? Okay, if the company struggles, might be the stock price might fall, and if the company actually grow, the stock price will increase, meaning that you will actually be receiving dividends from the company. So basically, I'm not saying that the stock market is actually gambling. If you actually invest in long term, okay, maybe you guys choose the strong companies such as Apple, we have Tesla, we have all sorts of company, right? If you don't panic during the price drop, it's actually not technically gambling. It's actually good strategized investment. The biggest mistake per se for beginners who want to invest, right, is that you guys cannot wait for the money to grow. Actually, investing will take you months. It's not days, by the way. It will take you maybe weeks, months, and even years for it to grow completely into a profitable stock slash money. Please do not expect quick money whenever you guys invest in stocks or maybe any other platform. Next, we also have maybe picking stocks are a tad bit too complicated, too overwhelming for those of you guys who are beginners in investing. So we also have something called ETF. So ETF is basically exchange traded fund. It's like a basket of many companies, but then you combine it in one investment. So you imagine a basket, right? Okay, and it's a combination of Apple, Tesla. We have all sort of investment actually in one basket. All right, so for example, an ETF is S&P 500, tracks the top 500 company in the US. All right, so instead of betting for one company, right, you actually spread your risk across hundreds of companies. So that's how ETF actually works. For me personally also, it's actually good for if you guys want to start with ETF, because you are actually diversifying your portfolio slash your money. So maybe one company might fail, but the rest will actually do good. So it's actually, you're not putting one whole saving into just one company. So if you guys diversify, it's actually also a good sign of, you know, financial literacy. So for beginners, what I can conclude is that it might actually be safer for those who are not willing to risk for one type of stock or one type of company. So here's the secret where most people actually underestimate it. Time actually matters. Time matters the most when you guys want to invest. Okay, again, investment is not type of quick money schemes where you can grow from 100 to 40,000 in just one day. That's not possible, you guys. Okay, so one thing that I want to teach you guys today is that when you guys invest, right, compounding actually matters. Compound growth actually matters. It might take you 10 years, 20 years or 30 years for you guys to grow your asset into something profitable. So before you guys invest, right, you actually really need to understand the risk, because again, the market is volatile. It will go up and it will definitely go down. Alright, so there will be crashes, there's going to be fear, there's going to be headlines, there's actually going to be very heavily manipulated by the news. Okay, we have political news, Trump, all sort types of news actually will, you know, affect the market. So for example, during global crisis, maybe the market will actually drop, but historically actually the market will recover over time. So if you guys want to compare, right, the Bitcoin market is actually going very bad. Actually, it dropped from 90,000 to 60,000 in few weeks time. If you stay patient, if you invest for long term, okay, you will actually give yourself a chance to recover. All right, so never invest your money that you need for rent, food, or and also emergencies, definitely. So always before investing, definitely build your emergency funds at first. All right, how to actually start as a beginner? First of all, you guys make sure to settle all your debts, all your loans first before investing in cryptocurrency. Definitely the first major thing for those who want to start investing, right, the first step is actually to build 3 to 6 months emergency money first for your savings. Maybe, you know, if you're sick, maybe your tire need to change, okay, maybe you guys need to change anything lah inside your house, right, we never know, right? Definitely make sure to build 3 to 6 months time of emergency savings before you actually proceed to invest your extra money into maybe crypto, gold, and whatsoever. Second of all, start small. You don't need to put 40,000, you don't need to put 100k, no need. You actually just need maybe 50 ringgit, 100 ringgit per month actually to invest. Third of all, maybe you guys can start with something easier like ETF, the one that I mentioned previously, exchange traded fund, okay? Because again, it's more diversified, it's actually safer for you guys. The fourth one, definitely to invest consistently every month so that you guys can actually see your portfolio, the amount that you put actually growing and it's not stagnant. This is the fun part of our video. Definitely, if you guys know me, I'm a crypto trader, so I'm actually also going to be teaching you guys how to invest in crypto as beginners as well. There are 3 main ways actually where you can invest in crypto. First of all, we have long-term holding, meaning you buy the cryptocurrency and hold them for years. Like for example, my mom, she bought BTC back then in 2012 and she is still holding onto the BTC right now, okay, in 2026. All right, so for example, early investors who bought Bitcoin and you guys held it in a long term, you guys can see all the massive growth over time. So ignore the short-term volatility and actually focus on the long-term growth. All right, second of all, we have futures slash trading, meaning you are buying and selling frequently to profit from short-term price movement, slash maybe you guys, if it's easier for you guys, scalping. All right, so this requires technical analysis, okay, risk management, emotional control. The third one is definitely something that I struggle with in the beginning as a crypto trader, because I will always, you know, trying to revenge trade, scalp, okay, trade against the market. So the 3 points that I actually mentioned to you guys are actually very important. Again, technical analysis, risk management, and also emotional control. All right, most beginners actually lose their money because, you know, they overtrade, use high leverage, and also following the hype. Okay, trading is actually a skill, not luck. If you are just, you know, pressing the buy and sell button, right, it's actually just gambling. So make sure to have proper strategy and make sure to not over trade. All right, and for me personally, in cryptocurrency as well, we have stacking slash passive income. Some cryptocurrencies allow stacking. So stacking means locking your crypto to support the network and also earning rewards in return. Ethereum, for example, actually allows stacking for network validation. But then remember, higher reward, higher risk. Okay, so please again, trade within your own mean and make sure to trade something that you are willing to lose. All right, and just to let you guys know, crypto is actually extremely volatile. Prices can drop between 20% to 50% in weeks. We're not talking about months, days, years. We are talking about weeks, guys. Okay, there have actually been major collapse in the industry, including projects that completely failed. For example, if you guys know, Terra Luna has actually wiped out billions and billions in dollars. Okay, so the important lesson is actually, again, please be smart in your trading and make sure not to trade your life savings. Investing is never about getting rich overnight. It will take you guys years. Okay, it will take you guys years. All right, so the earlier you start, the easier it becomes. All right, so for me, I started when I was 18, fresh off school. I put some money in gold. I put definitely my money in ESB, KWSP as well. And again, it actually, after a few years time, I actually see that, you know, my portfolio is growing bit by bit. All right, so you don't need an expert to actually teach you guys how to invest. Okay, you just need to be smart, stay consistent, and definitely think long-term wise. All right, so to conclude our crypto trading video, crypto investing can be powerful, but it can also be dangerous if you don't understand what you're doing. All right, so remember, learn before investing, start small, focus on the long-term investing, don't follow the hype, and make sure to protect your security. So it's high risk, high reward asset class. All right, so if you treat it like a casino, obviously you're gonna lose all your money, guys. All right, so thank you so much. See you on the next video, guys.